Ross Detwiler is in the ballpark today. He pitched last night for Potomac, and there's Ross. Went 3 innings. He struck out 4, only gave up the 2 hits, the 1 earned run. Ross, nice of you to sit down and visit with us. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Rehab going good down there, huh?
Yeah, rehab's going a lot better. You know, the real test was how I felt today, and I felt better than expected.
Ross, the rehab you went through, you and I spoke in Vieira this year, and you talked about maybe the worst part of it was the boredom. As you see some of your teammates having to go through a similar rehab, can you give them any advice?
Yeah, just really stay on it. It's going to be a long process, and like I said, the hardest part about it's the mental part.
When you talked about the mental, the physical, that's also tough too, isn't it, for Ross, to be able to keep going and be focused and don't give up?
Yeah, the physical part is hard too, but you know you're going to get better, and it's just going to take time.
Ross, what was working for you last night pitching for the Nats?
I really had a good sinker going, and I was keeping the ball down as, just trying to get ground balls.
Ross, you were at Harrisburg for 7 games, and of course Potomac for a couple of games. Give us a couple of guys that impressed you with your stops in Harrisburg, and you're down at Potomac as well. Guys that have a good future in this organization.
Oh, definitely the first one that comes to mind is Danny Espinoza, who was in Harrisburg. He's in Syracuse now, the shortstop, and he's been hitting the ball well from both sides of the plate and playing great defense. And there was a couple of plays last night, a couple of ground balls that were tough plays, and the guys in Potomac made them.
Ross, you had a chance to come up and pitch a little bit with the Nationals this year in the big leagues. You've had some rehab starts in the minor leagues. As you look at your 2010 season, obviously it's not one you particularly want to remember because you haven't had that much experience in the major leagues, but going forward into spring training of 2011, you figure everything will be 100%?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to being in spring training next year and feeling 100%.
Ross, I think everybody in the pitching staff all throughout the major leagues knows what Steven Strasburg, how disappointing he was to get that bad news a couple of days ago. But you got to like the guy's attitude. He's focused. He wants to get the surgery done maybe sometime this week and then start that rehab process. You got to admire him for that.
Yeah, well, he's gotten to the point where he is now, pitching-wise, with the same mentality. And he's going to go through the rehab, and he's going to be back up as one of the premier pitchers.
Ross, a lot's been made out of whether or not a pitcher should reveal every little ache and pain to either his pitching coach or his manager. I think in 2010, here in the 21st century, you almost have to do that given the amount of time that's invested in each player.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be little bumps in the road and everything. You just have to kind of decipher which one, what's the difference between pain and soreness.
Before we let you go, Ross, what's the plans now? What are you going to work on during the off-season before you get back down to Vieira?
Really just trying to stay loose, keep my legs loose, and I think I might try to do some yoga or something.
Okay. I think we'll do that after the ball game, too, Phil and I. Ross, thank you very much. Always appreciate your time, buddy. We'll see you soon.
No, thank you.